Hi everybody, my name is Jeanette and thank you for joining me today. I am going to be preparing a delicious little treat. It's the Dubai chocolates. Um, so let's go. First we're going to start off with Gradelli 75% cacao chocolate. I'm going to take a small pot, and I'm going to use it as a double burner. I'm going to put my bowl, which already has melted chocolate in it, as you can see. I kind of got started, so I'm just letting you know the rundown of what I did. So I placed the bowl on top of the pot with a little bit of water inside, put that on high until it melted down all the chocolate pieces. The chocolate pieces are basically like little chips. And I take those, I put them in the bowl, and it melts down as I stir using my little spatula. So I put the melted chocolate into a mold and I drain it, and then I place it in the freezer so it can cool down and harden. While I'm doing that, which I already started, I'm going to move over to the next step, which is making the filling. The Dubai filling, it has kataifi, it has tahini and pistachio nut butter. The mixture of the three go all together. Now, the pistachio butter, you put a lot more of pistachio butter than the tahini. The tahini is basically sesame seed butter, but it's not sweetened or anything, so it mellows out the overly sweet of the pistachio, which is pretty nice. The kataifi, the one I got, is already pre-fried, so I don't have to cook it, and it makes it really easy to mix. So I just place it all into a bowl and I start to stir. So let me show you. Okay, so I got my bowl, and it's a glass bowl, that way you can kind of see what I'm doing. Let me see if I can angle this a little lower, that way you can see the bowl. Okay, so I basically measured it out from previously making this to this little jar does about close to 2 bars. So I'm gonna need a second jar and about half of this, because I'm making 3 bars of the Dubai chocolate. My mold is pretty big, so, and then this jar is just perfect enough because you really don't need a lot of this. That's the tahini. Kataifi, I'm gonna go ahead and put a good amount inside here. And that's like 1 portion for 1 bar, 2 portions for 2 bars, about 3 portions for 3 bars right there. A little extra. Just because it's a pretty big mold, so I have to stack it up pretty thick. As a matter of fact, let me, for good measure, let's put a little extra, just in case. I got the kataifi from Amazon just because you can't find this in the stores. I tried to look at Walmart, at Publix, well, at least my stores didn't carry it, so Amazon had this. And like I said, if you know you want to kind of cut one step out and already have it toasted, they already come pre-toasted, so I suggest you could do that. Will this fit in here? Yes, it will. Okay, so let's go ahead and we're going to take our pistachio butter, and we're just going to kind of scoop all that out. I think I might need a smaller spreader, because this one, let me see if this will pour. I still need a spreader though, just to scrape it out. My little spatula. Alright, give me 1 minute. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. It took only 1 second. From the video's perspective. I had to clean this off because I was using it for the chocolate. But let's go ahead and scrape out all the rest here. Yeah, this jar is 6.7 ounces. Just to give you an idea of what my measurement is, because it's a small jar. It's the only one in my store that I found available. This was at Walmart. I got this from Better Goods. And it says this was made in Italy. So that's awesome. Alright. And we're going to open up our second jar. This one's a little thicker. Got a good amount of pistachio butter in there. Let me show you. Now we're gonna add the tahini. The tahini is very liquidy, so I'm just gonna pour it in there. That's it. So check it out. That's like the ratio right there. Just a little bit compared to all the rest. Okay, now I'm gonna take this and give it a good stir. Let me get my bigger spatula. So now we're, let me put this down a little bit, that way you can see what I'm doing. So now we're gonna give this a good stir, and we're just going to mix it very, very well and saturate all the kataifi with the pistachio butter. And if for any reason that I overmade too much of this, I have more pistachio butter that I can add into it. And I'll just end up making more Dubai chocolates. Because there's no exact rule measurement for this. You just kind of have to eye it a little bit. But I'll tell you, when it's ready, it's pretty saturated. It has a light tint of the pistachio color to it. And it kind of tastes like cereal. Like Honey Nut Chex. Alright, so I'm definitely going to need more. I overdid it on the kataifi. So just dip into this jar a little bit more. Let's add a little bit more of the tahini. I hope I'm saying everything correctly. These are so many words for me. And you basically know it's ready when you do a little taste test, because it's going to have a nice subtle flavor to it. It's going to be sweet, but not too sweet. It's going to be nutty. starting to get to that nice texture that I like. I don't like it to be too wet. I've seen some where they're too wet and ugh. I think a little bit more. You know what? I'm gonna go through this whole jar, and I'm basically gonna make enough for like 4 bars with this. And anytime that you add more pistachio, always add a little bit more tahini with it to even out that ratio, because you don't want to over sweeten it, because this is pretty sweet. So good. It's thick and it's kind of hard to maneuver. But this is definitely the right ratio that I'm looking for. At this point, you're kind of just folding it into itself because it's just got so thick. Oh, excuse me, got a guest. Okay, so this is me just finishing up with it, and the next step is for me to get the mold and fill it up. Okay, so now that it's all done, let me bring this up a little bit. Now that it's all done and it's prepared, this is the filling for the Dubai chocolates. I'm going to set it aside and I'm going to get my mold. Here's my mold with the chocolate already inside of it. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and put the filling in. I'm going to do this the best I can. I have only 2 hands and I have no tripod to try to help hold this phone in place. So here we go. There we go. Oh my god. I hope I don't drop anything.
Accelerate. That part is lift off.
Sorry, this filling is really thick and really hard to maneuver. Alright.
Do a straight pipe with the muffler, and that's it.
Go ahead and get into all the corners.
Everything's there. The muffler's still there. They're just gonna reattach another muffler, like another.
There we go.
No, there's a pipe in between. That's all I'm trying to get down. It's just a pipe that's jammed into the thing. And then they walled around it, but the weld came loose.
A little bit more in that corner. Hey, baby. Making the famous Dubai chocolate. Looks so warm. No, it's not warm.
Work today. You got all 3. You're exhausted.
There we go.
Can I
So,
just scrape off?
I just wanted to show that one. Hold on 1 second. I'll be right back with the rest of them be done soon.